She's having, let's see, she's having like a raspberry, a popsicle. Let's see, she's having like a raspberry, a popsicle. Let's see, she's having like a raspberry, a popsicle. Let's see. Oh, now she's locked into Roblox avatar creation setup. Wow, look at that! I love the hairdo. It's very cosplay. There she is. So I really, Freya, I really like it when you and I are here together. Do you like being with me? Yeah, I like being with you too. I don't like you to leave me all alone when you go in the other room and lock the door. I feel sad. Glad you're here. Oh, buddy old Freya pal. It's my daughter. She's like checking out all the 4th of July accoutrements, accessorizationalizing her avatar on Roblox. That's what she's doing. Which one do you like the best?
Both.
Both. You see, there you are on the internet. You want to wave to the folks at home? Wave. Hey! What's your name? Freya? My name's... Yeah? Wow, look at that.
I'm gonna raise it glitchy.
She has super fast motion characteristics behind it. So she does. I'm sort of like, I had like a, what is it, a media source behind this, something like to the effect of this. Well, it's putting a pretty big demand on my. Wow, look at your tongue. Look at her tongue. You've got blueberry, raspberry tongue. You gotta wonder about these dyes, man. Do we need to have a class action suit? That's what. Yeah. Your tongue changes color when you eat the popsicle? Is that okay? Huh? I don't know.
You know what? Look at my teeth.
You got blue teeth too, man. I don't know, man. Blue teeth. But was it worth it?
You didn't realize that.
Was the popsicle worth it? Was it that good? Look out for the snake. It's going to bite your tongue. No, don't throw the poor snake. Oh. Yeah. He was just minding his own business. I don't even see where he is. I've got so many things to do in here.
Oh no, another snake. Don't wear snake.
Another snake? What could it be? Alright.
The dinosaurs are gonna bite my boobs. And cut.
God, I don't know how many of you guys know anything about chemistry, but I have a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, and I never finished my teacher's certification because, well, some of my good friends like Danny Kahn or whatever, it's like, I'm not going to go teach in these schools. They're too low level. And then I had an experience at Benjamin Mays. Where are you going, sweetie? She's going to leave me. Oh, no. Oh, she's going to play with the kitty cat. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I hope they get along well. Um, Here she came back. Awesome. And you're back on. What is this? You're in the avatar shop? Man, she digs those avatars. Well, okay. So, yeah, I'm doing. Um, I'm going off track. What I was going to talk about is how weird people are these days. uh, what do I mean by that? Well, yeah, now one of the things I can do in the state of Georgia, if I wanted something a little bit more stimulating, is get a 2 year clearance for K-12 science uh, by passing the GACE chemistry test. It's like $200. Yeah, save a lot of money. And and I am interested in chemistry. I just really didn't get the opportunity to study it like I wanted to. Right? But couple of things. In the study, I was like, yeah. Now and then I'm picking up the periodic table and taking crash course chemistry on YouTube and looking over that periodic table and reading these chemistry books and stuff like that. And it's very interesting stuff. And a lot of my really stronger background was when I was in school. I started school around the time of the Chernobyl disaster, and I mean anybody with even just a very minimal knowledge of chemistry and nuclear physics knows a nuclear reactor can explode, and that's a bad idea. And also, it's a big mess. If they don't explode, the waste is still there. It's terrible. Um, so, touching on chemistry now, that kind of revived the interest in some of the nuclear stuff that I worked on. When I was still in college, I was in Amnesty International, and this thing happened with an environmental group in Norway called the Bellona, not Bologna, but Bellona Foundation or something. That's some like Norwegian goddess of the sea or something. Well, they were, that's a place where the United States had nuclear weapons always threatening Russia, right? So Russia was deploying deterrent out there, across the water from Norway and Switzerland and stuff. Not Switzerland, Sweden, Switzerland. Um, but this thing came up where in Russia they had they'd gotten more open, right? The Soviet Union was over with, and they just they were chilling, and they were like, people can have freedom of speech and speak out about stuff. We're not going to be secretive about everything. And so this guy, Alexander Nikitin, right? He compiled all the information about the disposition of the Russian Northern Fleet, which has a lot of nuclear vessels and stuff. Now that it was declassified, he compiled it all together, and he worked with the Spolona Foundation to publish it and then talk about cleaning it up, what we're gonna do. Well, it made a big splash, and the Russian government was like, "This is too much. It's gone too far," and they arrested him, right? And they were like, "Let's change the law." And I don't know I don't speak Russian, so I don't know all the details of it. But Amnesty was saying that they were talking about making the law, changing it to where he would have been guilty of a capital crime, and then executing him. Shut up. Let's talk about our nuclear navy disaster area that we have over here. Well, we wrote a lot of letters, and in the course of that, to say, hey, don't that's not cool. My phone. Hold on. So, actually, they did. They chilled. They were like, okay, we're gonna let him off and everything like that. Cat's out of the bag or whatever. And actually, a program was started, a cooperation program, Nunn-Lugar, right? So it was, I guess, the senators, government officials, Nunn, Sam Nunn, and Lugar, or whatever, I can't remember his first name. But they got a good program to help, try to help the Russians clean up that big mess. And I thought that was a really, a needed acknowledgement and a trust building thing, because you have to, put yourself in the Russian shoes, with the United States pointing all these nuclear weapons and all this stuff at your country. And for the United States to be like the basis of Hitler and the basis of the Nazi Party and everything like that, and people don't realize that, but the German Nazi Party and everything, that was, they just were trying to catch up with the British Empire. They could never achieve the mass killing on the level that the British Empire had managed to do, and the United States, as an extension of the British Empire, they broke off from the British Empire, was a great inspiration for Hitler and the Nazis and everything like that. They were like, Germany should be doing this, right? Because the United States territory was full of all these people, and they came up with this idea of camps, like reservations and stuff, and forced marches. They call it the Trail of Tears and stuff like that. And the Germans were like, gee, and they believe in racial segregation, and in the United States, the Germans were like, wow, in the United States, it's a crime for the intermarriage between the races and stuff. So, putting yourself in the Russian shoes, it's like the Nazis, they called us subhuman. They tactically killed millions of us, and the United States is their model. And now the United States is threatening us with nuclear weapons and stuff like that. They're very concerned, you know. And it forced an arms race. At the time, the CIA was giving all this intelligence, you know, like the Saddam's WMDs. You got people in the CIA, the government says, we want you to say thus and so. And they come back and they say, thus and so. Yeah, he's a threat, you know. And they go, okay, thank you. So American public, you know, that's what they said, or whatever like that. So, the Russian Northern Fleet, you know, the submarines and everything like that, the old stuff that has to be decommissioned and taken apart, and it has the reactors. A lot of times, the reactors are the spent fuel waste sitting there in the submarine, you know, in the dock or whatever, and maybe it just sank where it was, you know, in the port like that, and it's just corroding away. It really needs to be cleaned up. So this non-Lugar program started, a cooperation to help clean it up. And I was, what is it, dear? I was real positive about that program. Bush canceled it. Bush Jr. canceled it and stopped. What's wrong, dear? Can't make it out. Yeah? She's making faces for the camera. I'm sitting here. I'm like casting about for like a decent slideshow, and something to spice up, you know, my stream. Oh, yeah, look at that. She can do the fancy trails and stuff. Oh, I can't even click the mouse with her doing that. No, that's like 728. Let's say, yeah. I sort of like this. I just discovered this thing where you download a wallpaper. Um, you can give a shout out to the guy that did the wallpaper on Facebook, right? So help him promote his stuff. Sort of like that because that's, you know, I'd like to do something for the guy. If I think his wallpaper is cool, I'm going to use it. But I don't have any money. What can I do? Well, I have an audience. I guess I got a lot of people on Facebook, a lot of friends or whatever. They might go, hey, this guy's cool too. I'm looking at this other guy now. What is his name? Benjamin Van der Merwe. That's pretty cool. Is the kitty behaving? Okay, Lorenzo Herrera. He has something that I really like. It's like a bunch of really old gaming gear. And give a shout out to Lorenzo. Lorenzo Herrera. You playing with Legos, Tara? What are you doing? I don't force my daughter. If she wants to stay by herself, I let her stay by herself. But I'm just so happy that she decided to come and be with me.
I want to be with you all day and night.
Yeah, me too. I want to be with you all day and night too, because I love you very much. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Au!
Ta-da!
Oi, I'm geschwitzt.
Ta-da!
So theoretically, I could do an image slideshow. So I'm going to add that now. What? Yeah. Oh, wait. Did I add the right thing? No, this is a dang window capture.
Please, not man in the window.
What is it, Dara?
Not man in the window because there's a guy in the window.
There's a guy in the window.
Yeah, like a man in the window.
Oh. Tell Zenny to let the dogs out and they'll go eat them up. Call Rambo. Remember the three little pigs? I called Rambo. Called 911 and called Rambo. Came when the man was at the window. Boy, he better look out. Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Okay, image slideshow. Okay, now I'm gonna call this one background. Alright, she's practicing for her master's degree in, what is it? Beard yanking. Okay. Alright, so I think I gotta go here. Click on this and I'm gonna hit add directory. Do you see that there? And then I go to my downloads folder and I look for the images. Ouch. Please don't pull my beard out.
I want to have no beard.
Ouch. That hurts, dear.
Say the beard. I want you to have no beard.
Oh, that's too bad because I have a beard. Let's see. Now, let's see. I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to go transform. Stretch it to screen. I don't know if that's going to be good. I really don't. I have to check it out later. But it doesn't seem like this is going through multiple images. I saved so. I'm being attacked by an electronic dinosaur thing. Well, let's see where. Hey, there's somebody. Hey, it is a scary dinosaur, isn't it? Especially those sinister glowing blue eyes. It's like Cobalt 60 or nuclear polonium stuff. And I can't click the mouse at all. It's because she's banging my hand. I'm trying to. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, so. Okay, what I should do is switch my hands. You really want some black coffee, dinosaur? That's one thirsty dinosaur. Yeah. So yeah, I was talking about this situation, Alexander Nikitin and stuff. That I was interested in chemistry or whatever, but that really you learn a lot about nuclear waste. There's a lot of fission products, and they're all elements, right? When you have spent fuel from nuclear reactors, the spent fuel is all kinds of elements are in there, right? But they happen to be the radioactive isotopes of those elements. Generally, they're unstable and they have to decay or whatever. So it's very appropriate, very interesting for people that are interested in chemistry. The dinosaur is what? Eating me? Ow! Help! Please don't eat me! He's chowing down on me. Where's the cat? Kitty, 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 kitty.
No.
Come here, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Come here. Come here, kitty. The kitty peed all over the place, right? So we threw out in the well, it's the playroom now. It's like the man cave. It used to be a garage, but now it's like it's really cool. It's got all kinds of cool stuff out there, computers and fish tanks and yeah. But yeah, didn't want the cat to be anywhere where there's any carpet because the cat apparently was like, oh, carpet, that's for pissing. God almighty. So, I didn't want to just leave the cat out there forever. So I brought her back in today, but there's still some carpet in my room. I'm trying to take it out. But anyway, okay, so this is the thing. Got this friend of mine. He's like, alcoholism. He's been in a unrequited love situation for years, and trying to hang around a college town to get a girl. And if anybody's interested, it's the worst place to be, right? Guys that go to damn college towns to try and find a girl, they're so fixated on the girls that they don't notice that the guys outnumber the girls like 5-1 in college towns. They're all rushing to the college towns because there's chicks everywhere. And that, you're there for years, and you can't. Every time you have a date with a girl, she's got 7 guys texting her all during dinner. It's the worst place to go, right? So that's his situation. He's moved by college town near the home of a lady who's never going to marry him and all that stuff, and just be an alcoholic. It's really sad. But he called me recently. He's like, man, I really thought myself into a corner. I wonder if we could get together. I was like, well, it's hard for me to get together now because I'm a stay-at-home parent, and but you could come over here. You don't have to help me with any of the work that I have around the house, but you could come over and stand there and I would chat with you, right, while I do my work. I'm not in a ouch. Ow, that really hurt there. She took my hand and slammed it into the steel chair. Ow. Please don't do that. Okay. But anyway, he was like not even going to do that. And anyway, like, I don't know. Years ago, this thing had come up about contrails, And I noticed that there were some people that were concerned. There's okay. There's the government sprays stuff on you to do experimentation, human experimentation. Yeah, they do that. So what, right? But then there's like, the government is secretly spraying us. The first one is like just common sense. Of course, the government's, the United States government is kill everybody, steal everything. That's the foundation of America. Kill every last person, right, living on this entire country. take it over, kick everybody out, and steal everything they had, and then act like you're really cool because you have all this stuff. Right? That's kind of the basis of the United States. Well, this guy, you know, he would obsess about the idea that some people were scared of contrails, right? It's like they don't understand the scientific condensation, vaporization of condensation of temperature variation. And then he starts panicking, you know. It's like, so what? They don't understand it. And they're afraid, you know. Why do you have to be angry at them, you know? Just go somewhere else, you know. But there was that. And one time he was really obsessing over it. And I said, well, let me go look up this whole thing of contrails and spraying stuff on people and everything. Because, some people were, around. They were worried about it and stuff like that. And, yeah, I mean, there are companies that you can go on the web. It's like cloud seeding and atmospheric tracing or whatever. Like there are things that you do that you hire a company and they go spray this stuff to trace something in the atmosphere. I haven't looked at it in a while, but he was so freaking out that there's these imaginary people. Well, I mean, he's got this idea of people that don't understand contrails. He's like an alcoholic. Yeah, he's like an alcoholic or something like that. And I was trying to calm him down at one point. I was like, well, here's there's a company here. Look at this website. That you can hire them and they'll go spray stuff on the atmosphere. And then if you look a little bit deeper, yeah, the United States Army at various times did human experimentation where they flew overhead with airplanes and they sprayed stuff to see. I think the story is that they were a kind of a tracing thing, like to figure out what would happen if there was a biological or chemical attack on the country, how it would unfold, and they were using some relatively innocuous method to, but, maybe innocuous, but we're not sure or whatever. But there's a bunch of stuff like that. There's a documentary about it called Human Resources, Social Engineering in the 20th Century. And a lady at Harvard, I think, that covers a lot of this stuff is Rebecca Lemov, Lemov, right? Where, government did this experiment or that on real live human beings and very ruthless, terrible stuff happened. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, we could play hide and seek, but I need to, well, I may have to go here, but I'm going to try to play hide and seek, let's see. All right, she'll never be able to find me over here. See, I'm behind here. So, see if I gotta be real quiet. Ah! Wait a minute. You need your little guy fell down. Wait a minute. Oh, there he is. I'll get him. But that was a big mistake, because he was like, "You're one of them," So I understand, contrails. There's a temperature difference between the stuff when it's coming out the exhaust and it condenses and it leaves a trail behind the airplane of pollution exhaust. It's not like but wait a minute. So she's giving the cat. Don't let the cat out. Where'd the cat go? No, she's not. We're watching her. We don't want to be mean to the cat all the time. The cat, look, when the cat, if the cat makes a mistake, the cat will go to the playroom outside for a couple of days, all right, and won't get to come in. Can you close the door? Freya, can you close the door? Is the cat already out? So I'm trying to keep her in here. Kitty, 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 kitty. Where's the kitty? Don't know. The kitty's gone. Turn the cat loose in the house. Yeah, that's the situation that we have. So
There's my little unicorn.
your little unicorn is right here, dear.
Wait, I can see.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's see what's going on with the stream. Okay. Well, we're gonna continue this and talk a little bit more. But anyway, I'm gonna get off. The last thing I want to say though is like this guy. I was calling to check on him, and so, well, you can't come over, right? But I could chat with you, So I told him, I was maybe going to take the GACE chemistry or whatever. I was interested in it, and that I was studying uranium, and there's like a bunch of uranium that gets dropped in war zones because it's they use it for what's called depleted uranium penetrators. That I say depleted uranium like it's depleted of uranium. That's bullshit. It's pure. It's pure uranium. Right, and it's heavy metal toxicity and stuff like that. And I had studied Bosnian and worked with Bosnian refugees, and I had some friends that went to Bosnia often. I almost married a girl from Bosnia, so I was working on some UN special reports on uranium that was scattered over the former Yugoslavia when the United States attacked them in that phony made-up war that they started. And the guy is like, he's furious. He's like, that's totally meaningless and useless, and can't believe you're wasting your time. So well, the thing is, the spent fuel is really awesome because it's all kinds of elements in there. I mean, it happens to be the radioactive isotopes of those elements, and when you look at them, you look at a decay chain, which is very interesting. And all relevant to chemistry. And I mentioned the fact that I was reading the periodic table, or I just read the periodic table by Primo Levi, who was a chemical engineer who lived in Italy during World War II and was forced to work, even though he's a Jew, was forced to work for Mussolini's government all through the war, and then was captured and sent to Auschwitz at the end, and was in Auschwitz for 11 months. But after he got out, he wrote a book called The Periodic Table, and it was supposed to be one of the greatest science books ever. It was more than a science book. It's got science in it and stuff like that. But at some point, some guy is like, he's like, I want to make lipstick. I want to make lipstick that stays on. So he's trying to make lipstick with Alexan, which is yeah, and to permanently dye the women's lips red, so it's stick on there. And the guy just got furious. He was like, "You believe that?" Okay, all right. So I gotta go. He lost his mind, and that's the situation we have.